Hello, everyone. Thank you for coming, and thank you to the people looking at the replay later on. So glasses off, closing our eyes, and just sitting, feeling your body relaxing. Letting the stresses of the day and of the past week settle and dissipate. Feeling that there is a cloud of happiness that is settling on you and reminding you that life is good and beautiful, and there is nothing to be annoyed or distressed about. I'll read the opening prayer. I unreservedly dedicate the next 45 minutes to my spiritual growth for my own benefit and the benefit of those who come near me or even think of me. And just opening your eyes. So we'll just go straight away into some movement. The first thing we're going to do is a cat stretch, which you'll know, most of you will know, but it's basically, I'll show you, you get on all fours, I'll show you, and you're basically just moving your spine up and down with the breath. So just get so that you can go like a cat, all fours. So like this. So we'll all just start doing it. And then we're just going to breathe out, breathe in, breathe out, breathe in. I'll start you off at my pace, but if you want to go a different pace, you can. And while you're doing it, close your eyes and really settle into the movement so that you feel that you're becoming one with your breath, one with your body, and one with your mind. So just in a stable position here, breath out, spine up. Breath in, spine down. Out. In. Closing your eyes. Out. In. Settling into the movement. Out. In. Forgetting everything but your body and your breath. Out. In. Keep going in your own time. And come back to stationary position. Breathing out. And then when you're ready, standing up. Hands up, feet apart, about hip width, and just letting yourself flop down and coming back up. If you need to warm your body up because you've been keep going if you want to keep going. But if you need to warm your body up, don't do it too vigorously to start. Just do a bit more gentle up and down to warm your body up. And as your body gets warmed up, then you can do as vigorously as you feel your body is fine to do. And especially for older people, but for everyone, keep your core on, your core being your lower center. Don't just start like swinging. I'll do it from the side. Don't just start like swinging around any old way. Like keep your center on and still do it so that your center's on, so it will protect your back. So when you're going down, you're breathing out. In and out. And the same thing, feel that you're just uniting your body and your breath, and that's all you're thinking about. And come back to a stationary position. And we're going to do a movement that we did a few weeks back, which is coordinating and combining our breath and our eyes and our hands. So the first thing we're doing is, all we're doing is raising our hands, but without moving our head much. We can move it a bit. We're following the hands with our eyes. So you can move your head as much as you feel, but it's basically your hands and your eyes. And breathing in to go up. Out to go down. In, up. Out, down. Come to prayer position or namaste position. And again, you're following your eyes with your hands. So you're going up and following with your eyes. Breathing in, coming back down, following your hands with your eyes. Breathing in. Out. Breathing in. Out. One more time, breathing in. Out. Put your hands in a V shape. I'll just come down lower so you can see. And make your hands go like this. Out, in, out, in, out, in, out, in, out. Keep doing that for a little while. If one arm doesn't work as well as the other, just concentrate on that one and ask it to move more. And then bring your hands to the back of your head like this. And put your thumbs on that part of your jaw there. So your thumbs are there. And moving our eyes without moving our head at all, we're looking up and going clockwise around. So your eyes are going top, side, bottom, side, up. And you're trying to do it as one smooth movement. It'll probably have jerky bits, but try to make it smooth. And next time you get to the top, go the other way. And stop at one side, pick your left, and just make your eyes go straight across your body to the right. Left, without moving your head, just your eyes, left, right. Left, right, and as smooth as you can, left, right, left, Right, and coming back to a stationary position, arms down. Now we're going to go straight back into our 4 cycles, which we've been doing. I'll just, without much explanation, I'll just go through it again because you'll pick it up as we're going along if you've forgotten. We've done step 1, which is the longest bit of it. 2 and 3 we did last week, as well as repeating number 1. We're just going to add step 4, which is actually a very simple movement, but we'll start from the beginning. And I did want to tell you that the background of this 4 cycles, which is a QiGong movement, it originally comes from the very, very famous Chinese Shaolin monastery. Many movies have been made, like Jackie Chan made movies about the Shaolin monastery and the temple. It was a real life thing. These monks became they had many spiritual practices, but they also became extremely incredible martial artists, like really incredible. And they had their basic practices, and there were 2 main basic practices that they just always did, and the 4 cycles is one of them. And the intention of this 4 cycles movement is to build strength in your energy field. That's actually what it's for. It builds strength. So obviously the movements are quite simple. So it's a matter of doing them very consciously and doing them energetically. And tell yourself, these movements are very old. They're very tried and true. And they've been religiously practiced by people who are extremely competent, both in the physical and the spiritual domains. So remember, the first thing is to remember the mudra, which is just index fingers straight, the others are bent, and the middle one joins in there. The rest are, so it's like a claw. And when we do it, we will notice that there's a sort of a tension or a feeling there, which is a meridian point. And this is used because it's a collecting type of energy that is created by this mudra. So we start with the mudra. This is cycle 1 of the 4 cycles. Mudra, bringing the energy up from earth. So feel that you're really aware of bringing the energy up. Link your hands. I'll just bob down so you can see. Turn them over. Up and on your toes if you can. Come back down from your toes. Bending over. Coming up. Mudra. Bringing the energy from the heaven down to the earth. Putting your hands on your lower center. So this is the human aspect of it. Bringing the human out to the horizon. I'll just bend over again. Pushing up to the heaven. And then bringing the energy down through your 3 dantians or centers, your 3rd eye, which is your wisdom, your heart, which is your love, and your lower vitality center. And as we do it, just to remind you, is going up is breathing in, holding the breath, breathing out, breathing in, breathing out, breathing in, holding the breath as you go up again, and breathing out. So we'll just do a few rounds. Whatever parts of it you can, close your eyes. If you're more stable with eyes open, leave them open, but just think heaven, earth, human. It's a collecting of energy. So mudra, breathing in, linking hands, up, hold breath, breathing out, down, coming back up, pushing up, mudra, bringing the energy down. hands on the human center, out to the horizon, up, pushing up and bringing the energy through your three centers: wisdom, love, vitality. Stand there for a moment, breathe in, breathe out. Mudra, bringing the energy up from the earth, especially for you, it's making you strong. Link your hands and reach up to the heaven. It's making you a strong, vibrant being. Bending over, coming back up, pushing up. Mudra, coming down, bringing that heaven energy down to earth. Hands on your lower center, the human, hands out to the horizon, up, pushing up to heaven, and feel you're really bringing the energy into your being, into your third eye, your heart, and your lower center. Breathing in, breathing out. Mudra, bringing the earth energy up. Reaching up, linking hands, reaching up, up, bending over, down to earth, back up, reaching up, mudra, bringing the energy down to your lower center, out to the horizon, up, pushing up, and bringing that energy down. Wisdom, love, vitality. And just standing there with your eyes closed, hands on your lower center. Now we're moving to the second cycle. This is a calming, energetic practice. And it seems very simple. All it is turning one way, turning more, coming back to the front. Turning one way, back to the front. And breath in as we move back. In, hold your breath, out, in the other way, hold your breath more, out. Now this week I'm going to give you a slight variation. I'll turn to the side. So when we're doing it, we're going, breathing in, just turning where it's comfortable. Now when we're breathing out, instead of just keeping our body straight, we're actually going to bend our body back to find our heels, like that, and coming back to the front. So instead of just keeping our body straight the whole way around, we're going to go, say we're going this way, pick one way. So breathing in, going further, holding your breath, and really bend, as if not a back bend, but you're looking for your heels. People, turn your core on. Don't just start wildly bending your back. Like, turn your core on as if someone was going to punch you in the stomach, just to remind you how to turn your core on while you're doing it. Turn the other way, breathing in. Turn more and look for your heel. Coming back to the front. Other way. Look for your heel and come back. And now we'll add the other aspect of it. Remember that when we've turned around, we're imagining that there is a mountain opposite our belly button on the back. We're imagining there's a mountain there and it has snow on it. And when we're looking for our heel, the mountain of snow is melting into our kidneys. So turning one way, Turning more, look for your heel, stay there, hold your breath, keep your core on, and let the mountain of snow melt into your kidneys. Coming back, other way, looking for your heels, bending back, holding your core on, and let the mountain of snow melt into your kidneys. Coming back. One more time, left or right, whichever way you want to go now. Turning more, looking for your heels. Mountain of snow melting. Coming back. Last one. Other way. Looking for your heels. Mountain of snow melting into your kidneys. Back to the front. Standing, relaxed, eyes closed. Hands on your lower center. And feel the calm energy in your body from the melting snow. Okay, cycle 3. We did this one last time. This is using the mudra again. So get your mudra ready. Now, turn to the side. Feet wider than hip width. So your feet, when you start, your feet are going to be quite wide, like about that wide, so that when you turn around, they're that wide. So quite a big stance. Just turn back to the front again. So when you've got this stance, so we're not going to have straight legs, we're going to bend. Doesn't have to be all the way down, just bend. So when we turn, it's also going to be bent. Now this is the one where we're pushing the boat out. So one hand is going to just be resting here. The other one with the mudra is rocking forward, pushing the boat out, turning over and clawing it in. So when we go out, we've got the mudra, we're pushing the boat out, turning over and clawing the boat back in. So we'll just do that a few times this way. So you're going to rock back and forth as you do it. So you need a wide, stable stance. So mudra, pushing the boat out, breath out, turn hand over, claw it in. Do it very consciously. Push out the boat, turn it over, claw it back in. Push out the boat, turn it over, claw it back in. Push out the boat, turn it over, claw it back in. Come to the center, wide stance still, bent knees, turn the other way. And other hand is going to go out. Get your mudra, push out the boat, turn it over, claw it back in. Push out the boat, turn it over, claw it back in. Push out the boat, turn it over, claw it back in. Turn to the front. We're going to do one side, turn one the other side. So this way, push out the boat, turn it over, claw it in, turn to the front, turn to the other side, push out the boat, turn it over, claw it in, turn to the front, other way, push out the boat, turn it over, claw it in, turn to the front, other way, push out the boat, turn it over, claw it in, turn to the front, stand in a relaxed manner, close your eyes, hands on stomach. And our last cycle is quite simple. Again, it's a wide stance, bent knees. Now, basically, all it is like punching, claw back. You don't, this time, all you're doing is like you're punching. You don't turn your hand over this time. You just claw in. Punch, claw in. Now, this is a strengthening for your energy. It's we just do one side, then the other. So we'll just do the movement first. So this side, punch. It's not a sudden punch. It's a strong, deliberate punch and a strong, deliberate claw back in. Other side, punch, claw back in. So breathe out, claw back in, breath in. Claw back in. Punch, claw back in. Punch, claw back in. Close your eyes and feel that you're really activating your energy centers and making your energy system strong and vibrant and healthy and capable and able to protect yourself and able to protect anyone else you need to protect, and happy and interesting and smiling and loving and competent and brave and intelligent and divine and good looking and funny and creative and rich and generous and popular and loving and sincere and godlike and loved. Standing there relaxed, hands on your lower center. And just breathe in and out and feel the energy running up and down your spine as you breathe in, up your spine, breathing out, down your spine. Feel that your whole body is tingling with physical energy and also invisible energy that's just sparking up everything you need, your heart, your brain, your mind, your spirit is just tingling with life force. And think of yourself in a divine bubble. You are in the divine. The divine is in you. You are in the divine. The divine is in you. You can do anything because the divine is in you. You are capable and loved and beautiful and brilliant, and you are happy. And no one can hurt you, and you would never hurt anyone else because you know that you are loved. And when you're ready, come to a seating position. for our meditation part of it, 15 minutes. And now I want to do a very simple process, but I want to just remind everyone of the path of healing, or the spiritual path. It really is broken into two aspects. And it's something that we just continuously do through our whole life. One aspect is how to get rid of things we need to get rid of, which is a constant stream of things. And the other aspect is how to connect to the divine. And we need both of them, because if we only did the second one, how to connect to the divine, we'd have that much unconscious stuff that we wouldn't get anywhere, and we wouldn't even know why we wouldn't. But if we only did the first one, trying to heal all the broken stuff and all the constant mess that we get from life, if we only did that, we would end up like a student of psychology for our whole life. And again, we wouldn't actually get anywhere. We might, because the problems are endless. And even if you could get rid of all this life's problems, you bring with you a ton of other stuff. So it really needs to be both. We do need to get rid of stuff, and we do need to know how to burn up things that are inside us. But we also need to constantly reconnect with our source, so that along the way, that feeling of being blessed, being happy, being healthy just keeps growing. So both are very important. So we're going to do a practice now, and I'll put some music on. So the first bit of the practice is just doing that burning up of stuff inside you. It's really very simple, although most people don't do it and they don't know how to do it, but it's actually a very simple process. It's just that it's uncomfortable, so you need a certain element of courage to do it. All we're doing in this process, we'll do it for about 5 minutes, is I'll put the music on. Your sole purpose in that next 5 minutes is whatever wants to come up inside you, you're just going to sit with it. You're going to give it free rein. So you don't have to say, oh, what will I let come up? Whatever wants to come up, if it's got free rein, it will come up. And that's whatever comes up, that's the thing that's most pressing for you to do. You sit with it for 5 minutes, whatever it makes you feel like really go into it. If it makes you feel very sad, very angry, or very afraid, one of those 3 things that will do, all the better. But you must feel the emotion of it. You don't force it, you just allow it to happen, because by doing that, it's burning itself up and letting off steam. And when you do it as a spiritual practice, or in a protected environment, and especially under the guidance of people who are used to practicing it, it's a very safe process. So however uncomfortable anything feels, like, not just now, but every time you practice it, just persevere, because it will burn itself up. So we'll do that for 5 minutes, and then I will come back to you. So close your eyes, 5 minutes. I'll put the music on. Whatever comes up, don't open your eyes, just sit with it and let it bubble away inside you. If nothing much comes up, that's all right, but do keep doing this practice, because many things will come up. keeping your eyes closed. When you're doing this practice yourself, whatever physical things you feel like doing when you're letting things that need healing come up, if you feel like being angry, obviously make sure no one's around, but like just do anything you feel like doing, anything you physically feel like doing, crying, screaming, saying things that you really, even if they're ridiculous things that you want to say to someone, just say them, because it helps your body and your energetic fields to release the things, even if it's totally illogical. Sometimes it's not, but even if it is, just like throw it out there into the room in any way you can, emotionally, physically, energetically, any way. The other thing to remember when you're doing this is, before you do it as a practice, just all the people you can think of that have been spiritual teachers for you, or people you've read about, or Jesus or Buddha, or anyone who just comes to your mind and is dear to you, just say, I'd like you to be around while I'm doing this practice. And that way it's ensuring your safety in the practice. And now we're going to move to the second part, which is just aligning with the divine. And I'll talk you through this. So close your eyes. Sometimes when you're doing this practice, you try to feel at peace with everything and at peace with God, but whatever you're working on hasn't been worked through enough. So you do your best, but sometimes it just doesn't work. You don't feel that peace, but you just keep coming back to it, because sooner or later, sometimes when you're just not expecting it, you'll notice that a peace descends on you. Sometimes you've been working on something for a while and it's really not shifting, and you keep asking God to help you and make you feel at peace about it, and you don't feel that way. And then one day, not too much later, you're walking somewhere and you notice how beautiful everything is and how unworried you are. And you realize that God's grace has descended on you. And then you know that the healing from that thing has come, or whatever you were worried about. It's very important to give our worries to the divine. So just now, feel that peace of the divine is settling on you, as if there are many doves, white doves, coming from the sky and settling around you very gently, peacefully, quietly, but very intentionally. And feel that you're sitting by a river. The water is gurgling along. There's no one around, just the doves. They're all around you and cooing and just fluttering around on the ground, but looking at you. There's probably about 100 of them there. And you're just sitting very peacefully. And when the hand of God comes down and rests on you, there is a feeling of wanting to dissolve into that love. Now, that's a feeling that the ego does not want. So if you feel resistant to that idea, that's okay, but that's my ego doing that. My egos do not want to dissolve. They just want to be something, anything. They don't care, sick, anything. They'll be anything rather than nothing, but just put it aside. So it's okay to have an ego. We all have an ego to be here. That's all right, but just say to your ego, just for the moment, I'm putting you aside. I'll pick you up again in a minute. And just feel that your energy field is just dissolving into the divine. All the doves are around. Your whole energy center is just dissolving, and nothing bad's happening. You're not dying. You haven't lost yourself. You've just dissolved into God's love. And it's actually extremely beautiful and peaceful and loving, and you're still there. And it's like all the power of God comes in through your fingers and your toes. And it's this new force of being. And it goes into your mind, into your brain. And it's fixing up parts of your body and your mind and your brain and all the different parts of your body that aren't quite functioning exactly right. It's just going there, fixing things up. And you are dissolving, just dissolving into that love and well-being. And you're not afraid. And there's no ego there. It's just spirit dissolving into the love of God. And we have to come back now and operate in the world. But what we're going to do is not completely come back. We're going to be back in our body. We're collecting our ego again. But some of that beautiful peace of God that we felt as we've dissolved, some of it is staying with us. And that's the part of us that will bring us happiness and love and many surprises, many beautiful surprises in life. So we're going to take that with us, and I'll read our closing prayer. Dedicate your week to being awake and aware. Fill your heart with love. Have love for everyone you come across, and feel that everyone has love for you. If they don't have love for you, it's their problem. At least for you, there is only love. Don't let the shadow of lovelessness fall on your mind. Feel that you're going out into the world with little lights inside you, the things you love, that you can do and that you're interested in. Those little lights will grow more this week and bring happiness to you, your loved ones, and all those you come upon and even think of.